rewritten script. I asked my wife not to dance with him. She chuckled and said, "What's the harm?" But I wasn't joking. I meant it. And that's when things began to slip apart. That night was meant to be joyful, a friend's wedding, music, laughter, celebration. But the moment he walked toward her on the dance floor, something inside me turned. He was too smooth, the type who always knew just what to say and when. I'd seen him before. He worked with her. She'd mentioned him casually, like he was no big deal. But I knew better. The way his eyes followed her, that wasn't friendly. He offered his hand. I stepped forward, gently touched her arm. "Please don't," I said. She laughed, thinking I was teasing. "Oh, come on. Are you jealous?" she asked, smiling. I didn't smile back. "No," I said. "I just don't like the way he looks at you." Her face shifted, confused, slightly hurt. Before she could speak, he was already guiding her away. She paused, then let him lead. I stood frozen as they moved together, too close, too slow for the upbeat music. He whispered something into her ear. She laughed and laid her hand on his chest. I felt my stomach twist. I wanted to shout, to pull her away, but I didn't. It wasn't my night to ruin. I walked off, trying to shake it. Maybe I was being dramatic. Maybe I was just insecure. But deep down, I knew it was more than a dance. It was something forming that shouldn't have been there. When I returned, they were seated at a table, whispering, heads close. She saw me and waved me over. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. I sat beside her, silent. He gave me a smirk. I didn't return it. The drive home was quiet. She sensed the tension. "You're not still mad about that dance?" she finally asked. I didn't look at her. "I told you not to. You laughed. It wasn't just a dance, and you know it." She sighed, turning to stare out the window. "You're overreacting." "No," I said. "There's something off about him, and how he acts around you." The silence after that said everything. The distance between us grew. She started coming home later. Her phone never left her side. I felt it in my gut. Something was wrong. One night, when she was asleep, I looked at her phone. I hated myself for it, but I had to know. And there it was. His name, his words, her replies. Flirtation, jokes, plans, confessions. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I asked her, "Are you cheating on me?" I held out the phone. She paled, sat down slowly. "We didn't sleep together," she said. "Not a denial, just guilt. But you wanted to, didn't you?" I asked. Tears filled her eyes. "I don't know. He made me feel seen. You've been so distant." I laughed bitterly. "I was distant. I asked you not to dance with him. You laughed." She sobbed harder. I didn't think it meant anything. But I was wrong. "It meant something to me," I said. "And you didn't care." That night, I moved to the guest room. She tried to talk, but I couldn't look at her the same. The trust was gone. And when trust leaves, everything else soon follows. Weeks passed, then months. We went to counseling, tried to patch the cracks. Some days felt hopeful, others felt hollow. But I couldn't forget her laugh, his hand on her waist, the way she dismissed me. I started working late too, not to punish her, but because home hurt. She tried. She switched departments. She blocked him. She broke down when he messaged me, "You can't keep someone who doesn't want to stay." I showed her. She sobbed. "But I do want to stay. With you." I wanted to believe her. Maybe I did. But trust doesn't snap back. I told her it would take time, that I didn't know if it would ever be the same. Still, we tried. Small steps, date nights, quiet conversations, awkward touches that slowly grew warmer. Sometimes I caught glimpses of who we were. Other times, it felt like we were strangers rebuilding from the wreckage. But we stayed, and we kept trying. Now, when I think back to that night, her laugh, that one dance, I realize how fragile love is, but maybe, just maybe, some broken things can be rebuilt. Not perfectly, but honestly, and with effort, and with love. Especially when someone says, "Please don't,"